Marvin Harrison Jr. had a pro day, and he did nothing. Ohio State had their pro day yesterday, and Marvin Harrison Jr. did nothing. He didn't work out. He didn't run a 40. He didn't run any routes. He did nothing. He did a couple of interviews, and his interviews basically said, hey, man, y'all saw the film. What am I going to do here that's going to improve anything for me? And the only thing it can do, I could get hurt, or you guys could just start picking me apart. You saw the film. Either you like it or you don't like it. And he had his Hall of Fame daddy standing right next to him saying, that's exactly what I told him to do. There's no reason for him to go and do all these workouts. He understands. And he brought, I love what Marvin Harrison Sr. had to say. He was like, hey, during this time as a professional athlete, your body's resting, healing, trying to get stronger. You're not working out. You're, trying to perform. He goes, so why not do what you need to do to get your body ready for the season? I love that approach. And he's right. And if you don't like Marvin Harrison Jr., then don't draft him. If he's arrogant. Who does he think he is? Then don't draft him. But you know what? Isn't he doing the exact same thing that Caleb Williams is doing? Only Caleb Williams had a pro day, and he threw. The difference is Caleb Williams they asked him a question. He said, no, my film is there. And, that should speak for what you want to look at. I'm not going to throw at the combine, which how many people don't throw at the combine and it's never been a big deal? All of a sudden this year, it's a big deal. I don't understand that. It's like the media created Caleb Williams to be this big star. And now the media is almost dead set on trying to tear him down and putting out these narratives about, like the question he got at, you afraid to compete with these guys. You're afraid to compete. I don't think anybody that plays football is afraid to compete when literally on a football field, your job is to move another man against their will. And I don't know that you can be afraid to compete and do that. So it's just weird. But having said that, I agree with what Marvin Harrison Jr. is doing. I agree. Just do you. If you don't want to work out, don't work out. If you want to put all your energy into getting ready for the season, that's what you should do. And some people might say, well, this is a job interview. Okay. This is what I'm doing for my job interview. Either you like me or you don't like me. And if you don't like me, okay. So that's all I'm saying. If you don't like me, don't draft me. Don't hire me. But you see what I do. You see what my tape is in my chosen profession. Take it or leave it. I love it. I love it. I don't think there's anything wrong with what he's doing. So, exactly. Marvin showed more in college than anybody this year. I love it. I just think that is the way. If you're that good and you're that confident, tell everybody, hey, you've seen me play. Either you like it or you don't. Now, can guys that are going to go in the 4th or 5th round do that? No. They don't have that opportunity. They've got to go showcase themselves. Marvin Harrison Jr., he already showcased himself, in my opinion. And I think in a lot of people's opinion. So, yes, make the recruiters / scouts do their research. Earn their buck. That's my whole thing. Why do you have a scouting department? What are you going to learn about a guy in running a route against nobody versus running routes in a game? What do you think is more important? Come on now. I love the approach. I do. I love it. I love it. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. I know they're talking about trading. Arizona is talking about now trading the 4th pick. Arizona's got like 11 picks in the draft. And they're talking about possibly trading back, somebody moving up to get Harrison. I think that would be a mistake. I think Arizona needs him. I think that would be an absolute mistake for them to trade And now, if somebody takes him before them, then yeah, you can back up. But if he's there at 4, you have to stay there and take him. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. You know, Arizona's not great. They haven't been great. They need another weapon. If you're going to stick with Kyler Murray, and they're going to stick with Kyler Murray, then you got to give them something. Well, give them this, and see what happens. See what happens. And my man Mike the Ruler, so Big B, are pro days and combine overrated? It depends. And I know that's a wishy-washy answer, but it literally depends. If you are a fringe guy, maybe on the fringe of even being drafted or trying to move up to a 3rd, trying to move up to a 5th, something like that, yeah, they're important because they're going to put you through certain drills. Yeah, they're important. Now, are they more important than actual game tape? No, never. Is it better than film? Absolutely not. However, they do mean something. It's not that they don't mean anything, but it's just not as important as other things. And game tape rules the day. Film rules the day. But I do like what Marvin Harrison Jr. is saying. Hey, go watch the film. You know how good I am. There's no reason for me to do these workouts. What's the point? I agree. Good for him. And hopefully everything works out and he becomes a top 5 pick, which I think he should. And I still think the Bears need to take him number 1. I don't care what your plan is. I don't care that you can't take wide receivers number 1. For the team that you got, you should have taken them number 1. But they can't do that because they got rid of Justin Fields, so now they have to take Caleb Williams, or at least a quarterback. So I get it. So let's see. Every year somebody rises, so it helps them in particular. Yeah, exactly, Maurice. Every year you see somebody rise because of a workout. But let me ask you this. How often than not does that person that rises because of a pro day, do they end up not working out? I think it happens way more on the negative side than the positive side. I mean, hell, look at Zach Wilson. He was being talked about, but lo and behold, all of a sudden, Zach Wilson becomes the greatest thing since Joe Montana. The Jets take him too. He can't play quarterback in the National Football League. But yet, he had this meteoric rise because he made some crazy throw at a pro day. And boom, look what happened. So, and that's the whole thing. It doesn't help out as much as what people think. In some cases, yes. But no. Not most of the time. Not most of the time. I hear Atlanta wants to trade up to number 4. They do. But we'll see.